Why would you hire an expensive wedding photographer when you can just buy a decent camera for a fraction of the cost and get the same results? I'm Bill Snodgrass. In this video, I'm going to try to respond to that question. And I'm going to try to do so before those of you who are serious about photography, before you hit the dislike button and leave. So here we go. Why would you hire an expensive wedding photographer? Because you want the pictures to be good. I was going to originally title this video, "It's not the equipment, it's how you use it." But I decided the clickbait title would work better, so I went with that. Why would you hire a professional photographer when you can do it yourself? You can't. You can't do it yourself. If you could do it yourself, maybe you would have been a professional photographer. So why am I making this video? The reason I made this video is the other day I was going through I share my classroom with another teacher, and he has sub, and the sub was at my desk, and I needed to get some things, so I was kind of working around getting my gear so I could go to another place. And the sub looks at me. She goes, "You got a lot of camera gear?" And I was like, "Yeah." And of course, and I'm trying to get to another place, and then she says, "Well, someone told her that she should, instead of hiring a professional photographer for a very important event, just buy a decent camera and do it herself." And I didn't have time to respond to that, so I'm going to take the time in this video to respond to that. It's not the equipment, it's how the equipment is used. And this is a true story. So I had a photo shoot one time. And we were going through the photo review, and the client's sitting there nodding and smiling and looking at the screen and looking. Finally, the client looks at me and says, "Your camera takes really good pictures." I was like, "My camera takes good pictures? Wow." So I spent all this time. Doing this photo shoot. I could have just sent the camera and it could have done it for me. That's a pretty good camera. I'll just do that next time. I'll just send my camera and I'll pocket the money. Let the camera do all the work. The camera doesn't know where to put the model. The camera doesn't know what angle to get. The camera doesn't know how to frame the image up with the available environmental assets. The camera doesn't know how to use the light or bring in more light. No, my camera takes good pictures. Well, my camera does take good pictures in the hands of someone who knows how to use it. And that's the point of this video. Like I said, I was going to title it, "It's not the equipment, it's how you use it." In another video about the mindset of being a photographer, I said, it's not where you stand, it's how you see. It's not what you see, it's how you look. And that is definitely true about photography. So if you have the best camera in the world and you don't know how to use it, you're going to get average pictures. Now, they'll technically be great. So what I'm going to try to do in this video is respond to that question of is it the camera or is it the photographer? So the rest of this video, I'm going to try to go out and illustrate that. I'm going to try to do it quickly, and we need to probably get out of here because what do we got? Books. So we need to go somewhere where there's something we can take some pictures of. I'm going to do some iPhone pictures. I'm going to use my camera and try to take some pictures from different ways and illustrate the fact that the same piece of equipment can both take wonderful pictures or average pictures. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get out of here. Let's go do that. So here we are in the process of experimenting around to determine, is it the equipment or is it the photographer? I've made a stop, and I'm at a soccer complex, and I'm going to be looking for a place where we can find a subject and take several pictures in different ways and try to figure out, do you need a photographer or can you just buy a camera? And this goes along with what I said before in another video, that it's not what you're looking at, it's how you're looking at it. So I've pulled off and I'm at this soccer complex, and so the question is, can I find a picture here that's interesting in some way or another? So here's what I found. Now, will that be an interesting picture? I don't know. But I stopped, I looked around, I didn't see what I was looking for, but I looked for something that I thought would be interesting. Is that interesting? Eye of the beholder, but I think it is. I think it makes an interesting picture. So we'll get going and we'll try to find another place where we can do like the whole experiment. So I've settled on this for the place where I'm going to do the exercise with the different camera techniques, because it seems like the kind of place where just the average person would stop and take some pictures. So I'm going to probably focus on this shoreline over here and take a couple pictures different ways and see how they come out.
So here's a couple of pictures that are kind of just what maybe the average, you know, park visitor would take, and they're not bad pictures. They're just not necessarily the most interesting pictures. So keeping in mind that interesting is in the eye of the beholder, here's a couple of pictures from different angles and different perspectives that might reflect a little bit more creativity, a little bit more expertise as a photographer, a little bit more interest to someone who might be looking at the pictures. And again, interest being in the eye of the beholder, it's hard to say what one person is going to like and what someone's going to dislike. There are going to be some people who like the more creative pictures better. And I think experience and training and just being aware of composition, of framing, the rule of thirds, which is a suggestion, knowing how to use the equipment. I don't think you can just go buy a nice camera and let that camera take the place of experience and education in photography. So that's it. That's my argument. I would say, why would you spend money on a professional photographer when you can just go out and buy a new camera? Because when you hire a professional photographer, you're not only hiring the equipment, you're hiring the lifetime of experience that goes with the person behind it. So to that person who would say, wow, your camera takes really good pictures, I would say, it does take really good pictures. And I know how to use it in order to maximize its ability to do that. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it helped you to see through the eyes of being a photographer a little bit. The idea that you can learn composition, you can learn framing, you can learn all the technical aspects of running your camera and be a better photographer. If you did like this video, please click that like button. Share it with someone who you think would also like it. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. If you had any questions, if you had any ideas, if I got anything wrong and you want to correct me. Love to see your comments and love to see you in the next episode.